welcome one and all for this lovely evening at the Prince of Wales Museum. We have met for a very special occasion, and I'm going to tell you a story that takes every one of us 50 years back. Just completed his teens, a young lad, thin and tall, was climbing footsteps of Sir J.J. School of Art, the iconic institution of Asia. Not very short, and he found a painting hung on the walls of the staircases. The lad, so thin and frail, got so caught up by each and every layer of the painting that for a while he forgot his own identity. And that was the inspiration to have one legendary journey to begin to follow the another legend who had been at the end of the tunnel. Whom am I talking about? Well, I'm coming to it very slowly. But this man, that young boy, soon graduated from Sir J.J. School of Art. He began walking on the unknown path to track the legend Vasudev Santu Gaitonde. 50 years of his life he dedicated with his blood and sweat to pen down, to catch up every single moment Gaitonde probably lived and nobody really noticed. I'm talking about none other than Satish Naik. The man behind the curtain who always stayed like that forever. But it wasn't possible to have all of you here and to have this wonderful book with us if Satish had not done those efforts for 50 years. But what, in a whole, is Satish Naik and Gaitonde about? What was the journey like? It was almost like Dronacharya and Ekalavya, because Satish never met Gaitonde ever in his life. And honestly, he never even tried to make an attempt. It must have been a difficult journey for sure. So, yes, we are talking about legendary Vasudev Santu Gaitonde, one of India's finest modernists and someone who actually shaped and painted the new India, the modern Indian art.
This book, Gaitonde Between Two Mirrors, being launched today, offers a collection of stories and anecdotes that shed light on Gaitonde's fascinating life journey. Besides, we have a distinguished panel of speakers who will also offer some great insights into Gaitonde's artistic legacy. Let's commence the proceedings by inviting our esteemed guests and dignitaries to join us on the stage. Our chief guest, Padma Bhushan Dr. Nandkishore Laud, Shri Prayag Shukla, Padma Shri Dr. Sarayu Doshi, Srimati Shanta Gokhale, Shri Amol Palekar, Srimati Firoza Godrej. I think Kumar Ketkar will be coming slightly late, but he'll be joining us soon. Shri Ketan Kurani and the team of art magazine Chinha, founder editor Shri Satish Naik, associate editor Srimati Manjiri Thakur, Dr. Manjiri Thakur, and the executive editor Shri Vinil Burke. Let me invite Satish Naik.
A very warm welcome to all who gathered for the launch of Gaitonde's book. Today's event has come about only because of art collector Ketan Karani and his wife Trupti Karani. Mr. Ketan Karani read the Marathi Gaitonde book and I published in 2016 with very keen interest during the lockdown. And after that, he insists that I publish this book in English. He persuaded me for almost 3 to 4 years, but I had been consistently refusing him. I wondered how to take on such a big responsibility at this age. But as Gaitonde's birth centenary year approached, Mr. Karani caught me in the crossfire. He said that 2024 being an election year, Gaitonde's birth centenary year will definitely not be celebrated by government. So you only publish this book in English through Chinha. I will take all financial responsibility for it. He was of the opinion that if Gaitonde's life story is published in English, it will reach a global audience, so it was impossible for me to refuse him. That is why we are gathered here today. I have been supported in these endeavors for the past 2 or 3 years by Manjari Thakur, Vinil Burke, young designer Neil Daftardar, and my wife Neeta, who stood by my steadfastly. Shanta Gokhale helped in translating Gaitonde book in very short time, was also valuable. I would like to thank all of them here.
May I appeal to all the dignitaries on the stage to release the book? It's time to recognize this outstanding achievement. Let's give a hearty applause. I'll appeal to all of you to show your support for the arts by buying the book and being part of this cultural milestone. It's translated in English by Shanta Gokhale, and it's published by Chinha Prakashan. Its regular price is going to be 12,600. However, today, as a special event, the book is available at a discounted rate of 7,500. We have with us Padma Bhushan recipient Dr. Nandkishore Laud, a distinguished orthopedic surgeon. Gaitonde had a serious accident in New Delhi, after which he could not paint for almost 9 years. When he visited Dr. Laud in Mumbai, Gaitonde was given, I'm told, a 15 days treatment consisting of various therapies. After 9 years of solitude and no artistic pursuit in between, he started painting again. A wooden stick gifted by Dr. Laud to Gaitonde became a powerful symbol of his artistic resurgence. Doctor, please share your experience with us.
Mr. Satish Naik, when he met me, I was very happy to meet a person like him. But he got me into difficulty because when he said that I must attend this function to be a chief guest. When I entered this, it was a very beautiful venue, and the reception was really very, very nice. But when I met the dignity of the Dais, I felt this is one of the momentous days in my life. I might have attended a lot of national and international conferences, but never attended a function and shared a dais with such eminent personalities who are not only recognized in India but all over the world. When they asked me about my experience with him, it was way back, 45, early 70s. And I'm in the 9th decade of my life, so I had to make stress to understand. But I did remember that Dr. Srikande, who was an eminent surgeon, Mr. Gaitonde was admitted in his clinic, and he being a general surgeon, and his problem was that he had a deformity in the neck. He had a pain when he had a deformity. So, being an orthopedic surgeon, I was called to see him. He had an accident before, but that probably was not the cause. The cause was his occupation. And that's what is happening to all the artists and also the artists and painters, because they continue to work in particular posture. And I noticed that probably it involved his nerves. And he had difficulty in walking as well as painting. So naturally, two things I observed. And two things I feel proud to be, that he was a Goan and I'm also a Goan. So he started speaking to me in Konkani. Unfortunately, I understood him, but I could converse with him because I lived in Indore. Second thing which I saw was, this patient was something different. Many times you get an instinct as a doctor, if you really think about it, that this is something different. Different in his approach, different in his life. So we gave him two things, pain relief and second part physiotherapy. The most important part was art of communication, which is sadly missing today in my fraternity. People have no time. For a patient to be happy, doctor must spend time. Maybe one time, but spend that time one time. And I feel, as I look back, I was not very busy that time, so I did spend time with him. It had the result. I was told that he recovered. Satish Naik said that he started painting again. And I know the problem with the artist is, once they get better, they don't like follow-up. And doctor's success is on follow-up. But I was very glad and felt satisfied my profession that I could do something for a man who achieved so much in the world, gave so much to the world through his paintings. Unfortunate, and that's what happens, the man is recognized after he goes away. So my little experience was that these are different people. But these people have not to be treated differently, but have to be evenly with a single goal, that can I achieve something to send the patient back to his profession, cured, and able to do what he did again. To some extent, I'm glad that I could achieve that. That's what I'm told. I'm honored and pleased that I was called this function. And I would never forget this event in my life, that I shared a dais with so many eminent personalities. Thank you very much.
We all are very grateful to you, Doctor. Cézanne had once said, the most important thing in art is the thing that cannot be explained. And that is precisely what the patron of the arts enables the artist to achieve. Please join me in welcoming the generous patron who has made this project possible and who has been a devoted patron of Gaitonde's artistic legacy for many years, Shri Ketan Karani. Please share your passion as an art collector and your association with Chinha publication.
This book is not just a collection of words and pages. It's a journey, a tribute, and a labor of love. It has been an incredible experience to witness and be a part of the process that brought this vision to life. Satish sir and his entire team, most of the people here and on the side of the dais also, have been instrumental, tirelessly working to create what has been just released today. And we are extremely thankful to Satish sir for giving this almost 50 years, more than 50 years of his life to this project itself alone. I also want to take this moment to thank my family, my wife Trupti, who has always been my pillar of strength and a source of inspiration, and my children, whose support and encouragement have been invaluable throughout this journey.
Let me invite Srimati Dr. Sarayu Doshi, a Padma Shri recipient who is an Indian art scholar, an art historian, and a curator. She is the founder director of the National Gallery of Modern Art, Mumbai. She's authored several books and is considered an authority in Indian miniature paintings and Jain art. She was, in fact, a part of the, what we can say, a Renaissance period in the Indian culture in Mumbai, the Bhulabai Desai days. I'm sure we would love to get the information from her.
Thank you all very much for inviting me and for me to be here. It's really a great honor, and I am very deeply touched by the gesture of being here and being with all of you to celebrate one of our greatest Indian artists, Gaitonde. This celebration is in the form of a book that Mr. Satish Naik has put together. He has worked extremely hard in getting as much information as he could about this artist. He was an elusive artist. He was a recluse. He was not very easy to meet, the artist. But he has made every effort. And the strange part of it is that he never met the artist, Satish. How sad that is, because he was your hero. He was a person you had looked up to. He was the one who had inspired you. And without him, you have been able to produce this magnificent volume that celebrates his life and his work.
What can one say about, like Satish? I had never personally met Gaitonde, but one had seen him literally lurking as a young man in the Bhulabai Institute at Bhulabai Desai Road. And then later on, as I grew older and started coming to the Jahangir Art Gallery, I saw him there as well.
Translation is the bridge that connects cultures and literatures across the globe. Translators play a vital role in facilitating literary and cultural exchange globally, making classics accessible to a broader audience through English translations. Thanks to Srimati Shanta Gokhale for her meticulous translation of this book that was originally written in Marathi. Now the book is going to reach the international audience. She's a celebrated novelist with a distinguished career and has won several awards. I don't think we need to have any further introduction for her. Please share.
I had really no immediate love for a book on Gaitonde. When Manjiri Thakur came to see me, she was very clever. She began by saying, we would like very much if you translated this. But of course, we know how busy you are and we understand, etc. And having, after this opening gambit, she then began to talk about the kind of work that had gone into the making of this book. And she began to talk about the part that she had played in it. And soon and quite imperceptibly, she drew the book out of its box and gently pushed it towards me on the table. Now, as with all book lovers, if you see a good-looking, a truly handsome book before you, you cannot resist the urge to start turning the pages, which I did. And I didn't stop turning those pages till I came to the proliferation of reproductions and photographs. And suddenly I thought, my God, but this is such a beautiful book. And before I could check myself, I said to Manjari, okay, I'm doing this. And from then on, for the next 6 months, I was immersed in Gaitonde.
आप सबको मेरा नमस्कार। कितनी सुंदर शाम है, मैं क्या बताऊं। ऐसी सभा मैंने बहुत कम देखी है जहां सड़क की आवाज़ें हों और वो सुनाई न पड़ रही हों। हम इतना डूब गए हैं गायतोंडे जी की याद में, इस किताब की याद में भी, और आगे भी डूबेंगे। आज सुबह मैं यहाँ पहले कभी गया नहीं था। ये बे व्यू मैरीना गार्डन में सुबह टहल रहा था। मैं रोज़ सैर करता हूँ करीब 1.5-2 किलोमीटर। बहुत गायतोंडे की बहुत याद आ रही थी, क्योंकि सुना है, राम कुमार जी से भी सुना है कि वो समुद्र की ओर देखा करते थे। और उनकी एक कहानी भी है राम कुमार की, जो हम लोगों को मालूम है कि वो गायतोंडे पर है, और इसकी याद भी कर रहा था। मैं गायतोंडे की याद से ही शुरू करूंगा। गायतोंडे के दरवाजे मेरे लिए राम कुमार जी ने के कारण खुले। आप जानते हो कि राम कुमार उनके ऐसे गहरे मित्र थे, वो हमने निकट से देखा है। वो ऐसी बॉन्डिंग थी कि वो दो लोग बैठे हों तो उनको देखकर आप खुश हो जाते थे। राम कुमार और गायतोंडे और ये पूरे सारे लोग जिनको निकट से देखा है, हुसैन, तैयब, सुया, राम कुमार, गायतोंडे, पर राम कुमार और गायतोंडे, ऐसा मैं समझता हूँ कि कभी कभी शायद होता है कि दो कलाकार और दो व्यक्ति इतना अंतरंग हो जाएं, इतना आत्मीय हो जाएं। अब उसके क्या कारण थे तो आप हम में से कोई नहीं जानता। ये ऐसी दोस्तियां बनती कैसे हैं। राम कुमार शिमला में जन्मे, गायतोंडे महाराष्ट्र के, पर उसको देखा है कि विमला जी राम कुमार जी की पत्नी और गायतोंडे और राम कुमार। मेरी उनसे अक्सर भेंट राम कुमार जी के यहाँ हुई थी, क्योंकि राम कुमार जी के यहाँ तो मैं जाता ही रहता था। आप सबका बहुत आभार। कहने को भी और भी कुछ है, पर मैं खुद सुनना चाहता हूँ बहुत से लोगों को। अभी अमोल बोलेंगे और लोग हैं। आप सबका आभार, और सतीश नाइक जी का बहुत आभार कि उन्होंने मुझे अवसर दिया, चिन्ह ने, कि मैं दिल्ली से यहाँ आ सका और आप सबके साथ हो सका। होना बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है। बोलने से भी, बात करने से भी अधिक चीज़ है होना। तो आप सब हो, मैं हूँ, ये सुंदर शाम है, ये पीछे का इतना सुंदर बैकग्राउंड है म्यूज़ियम का, जहाँ बहुत बार आया हूँ, आज एक नई तरह से आया हूँ। आप सबका आभार।
Thank you so much for sharing your really warm and personal bond with us. Very often we notice that artists truly grasp the essence of art. There are so many ace artists like Lakshman Shrestha, Prabhakar Kolteji, who have written their views in this particular book about style and form in Gaitonde's work. We have yet another artist with us whose body of work in the visual arts often gets overshadowed by his fame and acclaim in the fields of theatre and cinema. Let's welcome Shrit Amol Palekar, who had the fortune to meet and interact with Gaitonde.
As I always say, being my wife is the least of her qualification. Thank you, Sandhya, for uttering those kind words about me. So, distinguished dignitaries on the stage and my art lover friends. Firstly, let me congratulate Satish and his brilliant team from Chinha for this wonderful book. Thank you all who have unfolded different layers of Gaitonde through their respective articles in the book. Thank you, Shanta, for your lovely translation. The print quality is outstanding, capturing the nuances of Gaitonde's art with stunning color accuracy and tonal depth. It's a great pleasure that we all ought to possess, if not Gaitonde's paintings, at least through this book. Considering the time constraint, I'm going to briefly unravel a few folds in Gaitonde's legacy through his own conversations. Let me begin by quoting one of his rare interviews, which is reproduced in this publication.
I'm going to invite Padma Shri recipient Kumar Ketkar, who needs no introduction in Mumbai. He has been a veteran editor for over 5 decades and a politician. He served in Rajya Sabha from April 2018 to 2024. Am I right? Fondly, we call him an encyclopedia on various subjects, a testament to his lifelong commitment to scholarship. I'm very eager to know his thoughts on artistic culture during the Vallabhbhai Desai Renaissance period, if he can.
Well, to be honest, I am quite intimidated by the presence of great artists, art collectors, art lovers, and equally great enthusiasts and actual artists and art critics and lovers of art in the audience. I am intimidated also because I am not a formal art critic. I am not artist. I visited Jahangir Art Gallery frequently because I like to see the art. Many of my friends are artists, and mainly Satish Naik is my friend. That's why I'm here, mainly to celebrate my friendship with Satish. Satish is not only an artist and not only an editor of this completely different magazine called Chinha, whose title has been drawn by the calligrapher Achyut Pallava, who is a friend of mine also. But he is not only an artist but a fighter. Satish has fought many battles for art, about art. And those battles, some of them he won, some of them he did not, but he never got demoralized. He never was depressed. Even about Gaitonde book, the first and the second one, he had to fight a lot, and that fight used to be within the community of artists or art critics. I came here primarily to salute Satish Naik
because I know how much money he spent. He will not tell you about that. How much time he spent. Actually, much of the time that he could have devoted for his own artworks, he has devoted on Gaitonde. I came to know about Gaitonde's name only from the J.J. School of Art without knowing him directly. But I came to know about his greatness only when Times of India published on front page that his one painting was sold for some 25-26 crore rupees, and that made a headline. That's when I came to know more about Gaitonde, when I read about it. That time I also learned that Satish Naik has been working on Gaitonde project for more than 2 decades. And he was the first person to publish major work on Gaitonde in Marathi as well as in English. I am fortunate to know him, and through him, Gaitonde, the great man and the great artist, and that is why I am here. I do not claim a rightful place to be here in reality. So I will pay my tribute to Gaitonde and also tribute to Satish Naik and to all the people who spoke and all the people who appreciate Gaitonde and Satish Naik's works in the audience. Thank you very much.
I think a special mention of one name has to be made here. Shri Milind Hardas. He is a protocol officer in the government of Maharashtra. He is an accomplished senior executive with 33 years of experience in policy making and government relations. We are hoping that with his help, this book can reach the global audience through the formal corridors of embassies, consulates, and cultural departments. Would you like to share your experience and your vision about this?
I congratulate editor Satish Naik and his editorial team and express my deep sense of gratitude for such a gracious biographical tribute to India's foremost abstract painter, Gaitonde. Recently, I saw one interview of Satish Naik on YouTube and came to know his passion, his hard work, his efforts, and his happiness for creating such an amazing biographical work. Thank you, Satishji. Gaitonde was a man of a few words, but his art spoke volumes. Known for his abstract verse that exuded a meditative, almost mystical quality, Gaitonde's journey was filled with the moments of excellence that defines his legacy. Gaitonde was not a kind of artist who enjoyed loud discussions or dramatic exhibitions. He was a quiet man, deeply engrossed in his work, believing that there is no such thing as abstract art. Everything comes from something. One day, a fellow artist asked him, Gaitonde, what are you thinking when you paint? He simply said, I don't think. I let the painting think for me.
On this occasion, we wish to felicitate a few friends of Chinha who have been with Chinha and Chinha's activities for all these years. extend our heartfelt gratitude to the art-loving audience who joined us in paying tribute to Gaitonde today. Thank you so much.